Fowler as its witness.
Okay, I swear in, so we're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Marcia, who do you work for?
I work for the Department of Family and Protective Services,
And-
Adult Protection Services.
Okay, and are you a previous employee of the Child Protection Services section?
Yes, ma'am.
And how many years total do you have with the Department of Family and Protective Services?
Almost 10.
Okay, great. Thank you. On October 11th, 2024, did you visit the home of Miss Jolie Simmons?
Yes, ma'am.
What was the purpose of your visit that day?
We had to report the physical neglect of, I guess it would be the grandmother.
Okay, and were you able to enter the home of Jolie Simmons?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, once you were in the home, what are some of your duties and as a part of assessing the environment?
Oh, well, we assess the home, determine the cleanliness, look for, of course, pest control, if there's food in the home.
Okay, and does that require that you walk throughout the home?
Yes, ma'am.
In walking throughout the home where Jolie Simmons resided, did you identify any of her children?
Yes, ma'am.
And how many children did she have there?
Two. There was the little boy, he was in the crib or in the playpen in the living room because he had COVID at that time. And the mother was with the newborn in her bedroom to keep the newborn away from the little boy.
And did she identify both children as her own children?
Yes, ma'am.
In walking through the home, what concerns did you identify?
The home was extremely hoarded, very dirty. There was food on all over the floors, stains. It looked like they have not cleaned the home in a very long time. Where the child was sleeping in the playpen in the living room, it was stuffed between a bunch of things, the hoarded materials. And then the aunt was sleeping on the couch watching him.
Now, when you say hoarded things, do you mean that there were stacks of items in
Yes,
the
ma'am.
home?
Yes, ma'am.
And were there clear walkways in the home?
Yes, ma'am. There was a clear pathway.
Okay. However, was that pathway through clutter?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you identify that as a safety concern for small children?
No, yes, ma'am.
Additionally, were there any concerning odors in the home?
Yes, ma'am. There was strong odors. Also, when I went into the grandmother's room and throughout the house, there were cockroaches crawling all over the walls. And when our client, the grandmother, opened up her pill tote with her pills in it, the cockroaches just come swarming out there. I mean, there was lots of them.
Okay. Did you have any concerns with a high chair that was in the home as well?
Yes, it looked like they hadn't cleaned up the food around it in quite some time.
And is that a concern as far as health?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Cockroaches, clutter, and danger for children set the case on fire.
Yes. All right, thank you, Ms. Gutierrez.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mercedes, who do you work for?
I'm an investigator for Child Protective Services.
And what do you do for them?
I investigate intakes that come in.
How long have you been in that role, Ms. Hodge?
3 years.
Thank you. And on October 10th of 2024, did the department receive an intake regarding Jolie Simmons?
Yes.
And were the children identified in the intake Desmond Williamson
Yes.
and Hope Williamson?
Yes.
And is Desmond's date of birth July 20th of 2023?
To my knowledge, yes. Yes.
And is Hope Williamson's date of birth October 3rd of 2024?
Yes.
And is the alleged father of both children Damian Williamson?
Yes.
Can you tell us what those intake allegations were on October 10th of 2024?
There was concerns of the cleanliness of the home, that there may be feces and clutter that the children didn't have a proper area to
Okay.
be.
And based on that intake, did you make contact with Jolie Simmons on October 10th of 2024?
Yes.
And was Miss Simmons at the home?
Yes.
Thank you. And who opened the door to you?
I believe there was another gentleman there as well. But
That's
Jolie,
fine.
I did eventually speak with Jolie.
Okay. And when speaking with Jolie, did you speak with her outside of the home?
Yes, on the porch.
And what occurred while you were beginning to speak with Ms. Simmons?
The grandparents were trying to, I believe who were the grandparents. There were two individuals there who didn't let me know who they were. Were trying to tell me not to speak to Jolie, but once I figured out that she was not a minor, that she was of age, then I told them that I needed to speak with her directly.
Okay. And without telling me what exactly he said, what behavior did the man display towards you?
He was yelling, he was getting in my face, and trying to tell me like that I didn't need to be there, that I didn't have a reason to be there, and really just combative at that time.
Okay. And did you inform all the parties that you were there and needed to speak with Ms. Simmons since she was an adult?
Yes.
Okay. And at that point, did Ms. Simmons come out on the porch?
Yes.
And what occurred when you attempted to interview Ms. Simmons about the intake allegations?
And she was not cooperative. She did give me, the names and the birthdays of the children so that I could verify that I was talking to the right family and the right people. She said they were in the home, but that she really wasn't willing to cooperate or be interviewed at that time.
Okay. And did she deny you entry into the home?
Yes.
Thank you. And did she refuse any photographs?
Yes.
Okay. And did you, in your attempt to interview Ms. Simmons, did you explain what the intake allegations were?
Yes.
However, she continued, is it correct that she refused to continue to speak with you?
Correct.
And at one point, did she ask you to leave her porch?
Yes.
Thank you. And then following that, on October 11th, 2024, did you speak with Adult Protection Services worker Marcia Fowler?
Yes.
And did she raise her concerns regarding the cleanliness and the safety of the environment of the home?
Yes.
Following that, on October 14th of 2024, did you speak with Damian Williamson over the phone?
Yes.
Did you share the intake allegations with him?
Yes.
How did he respond?
He was not cooperative. I think he had history with the department, so he wasn't willing to cooperate with us.
Okay. Did he also say he would send you his attorney's information to reach out to him?
Yes, but I never received any.
Okay. And did he also instruct you not to contact him directly?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, following that, did you reach out to Ms. Simmons again on October 18th of 2024?
Yes.
And was that to see if she had changed her mind and would cooperate?
Yes.
How did she respond?
She was still not willing to cooperate with the case.
Okay, thank you. And then October 30th, investigator Bailey reached out to Ms. Simmons again. Is that correct?
Yes.
And did Ms. Simmons again refuse to cooperate?
Yes.
Now, after your October 18th, 2024 interview with Ms. Simmons, did you next go on leave?
Yes, I did.
And were you on leave when the removal occurred?
I was, yes.
Okay. So, were you concerned at this point in your investigation that Ms. Simmons was not cooperating?
Yes.
And were you concerned about the potential neglectful environment for these children?
Yes.
would you characterize both parents, both Mr. Williamson and Ms. Simmons, as uncooperative during your investigation?
Yes.
And if parents are uncooperative, does that rule out some alternatives to removal?
Yeah.
Fowler is released, but the stage is set for even deeper revelations.
Thank you, Your Honor. Kathy, who do you work for?
I'm a supervisor with the Texas Department of Family Protective Services.
And what do you do for them? And can you tell me what an investigative supervisor does?
I have a unit of 6 investigators that I oversee during the course of their investigative work and am like, I guess, the approver of their cases.
Okay, and so were you the supervisor over this investigation regarding the Simmons-Williamson family?
Yes,
And as being the investigative supervisor over it, were you a part of the decision-making process for removal?
yes,
Okay. Now, Ms. Hodge testified a little bit about why FBSS and a parent-child safety placement would not work in this case. Is that correct?
yes,
As well, with Mr. Williamson not being cooperative during the investigation, did it rule him out as an alternative to removal?
yes,
Did it also rule him out as potential placement for the children?
yes,
Now, following the removal of the children, and that removal was done with orders, is that correct?
yes.
Following that removal with orders, did you personally have a conversation with Damian Williamson on November 2nd of 2024 as outlined in the investigative report?
Yes.
And in that conversation with Mr. Williamson, what did he state in regards to the removal?
He stated that we didn't have facts to remove. He wanted the children to be with their mom. He didn't see a need for it.
Okay, did he reiterate that he wanted to be left alone?
Yes,
Okay. Now with that situation, if both parents are being uncooperative, would a kick-out order have resolved any of the safety issues for the children?
no,
Okay. And as well, did that further reinforce that legal intervention was necessary?
yes.
Can you please identify the reasonable efforts the department took to prevent removal?
Well, we asked for family members, to help to assist the mom. She wasn't cooperative. We had already worked family-based safety services with the family a year prior. They were not unsuccessful during that time. There was concerns that, with continued use of marijuana and with them just having a case closed with not being successful with family-based, we didn't feel like, it was feasible to request the same things again.
And did the department determine that removal was necessary and that there is an immediate danger to the physical safety of the children?
Yes,
And was that because of the neglectful environment that they were in?
yes, unsanitary, yes.
Can you briefly go into some of the dangers of having children in a hoarding situation?
Due to the toddler's age and the home conditions being described as urine and, debris on the floor, it would be unsafe for that child, as children that age put things in their mouth. And if there's feces or urine on the floor, that would be unsanitary and would cause a safety concern.
Additionally, is a neglectful environment dangerous for an infant as well?
It is.
Can you talk a little bit about that, please?
Just unsanitary with roach infestation and things like that. It can cause breathing issues for a child to be exposed to. I'm not sure what the bedding looked like, but if the bedding of the infant was unsanitary, that could cause a safety risk as well.
Okay, I pass the witness.
Ms. Grant?
At the time that you asked for identification of any family members who could take the children, were you provided any information by any party?
I don't believe so, Ms. Grant.
Thank you. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Hill?
No questions.
Ms. Wiggins?
Ms. Jones, were you also made aware that potentially there was no food in the house either for the children? Was that reported to you?
I'm looking at on our bullets to get back with you.
Yes, ma'am.
It may have been part of the intake, but I don't, what's described in the referral is that the home was observed with a lot of trash, cluttered items, feces covering the floor, and that the 1-year-old or Desmond was on the floor. I'm unsure about food for the children, but that would be a concern if that were the case.
Okay, and obviously it was a concern that you couldn't go in and verify or look at all of the arrangements for the kids.
The
Right.
class shows hostility and resistance when the truth is closing in.
All right, Ms. Gutierrez.
Thank you, Your Honor. The department calls Juan Heredia as its witness.
Okay. Sir, if you'd raise your right hand, you swear the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Gutierrez.
Thank you, Your Honor. Juan, who do you work for?
Work for St. Francis Ministries.
And what do you do for them?
I am a permanency specialist.
And can you tell us briefly some of the duties of a permanency specialist?
A permanency specialist, when we get a case that comes over to us, we help to provide a service plan for the family members to try and mitigate any concerns or issues that have brought a child into care. We provide resources for the parents and for placement as well, with any needs that the child may have, along with the needs for the parents.
Okay. And did you create service plans for this case for Jolie Simmons and Damian Williamson?
One was created for them.
Thank you. And did those family plans of service aim to mitigate the reasons for removal?
Yes,
As well, are they the department's reasonable effort to reunify the family?
yes,
Are they reasonably tailored to the issues in the case?
yes.
And very briefly, what were the issues in this case that you were tailoring services for?
The issues in the case were neglectful supervision and physical neglect, pertaining to unsanitary and unkept home and living environment for the children.
Okay, for Jolie Simmons, can you identify 2 or 3 services that were unique to Jolie Simmons?
She needed to undergo a drug testing. And then after, if she were to test positive, she would have to undergo an OSAR evaluation to further assess the reasons for her drug use. She also needed to have stable employment, and she needed to provide a appropriate living environment.
Okay, and did you go over this family plan of service with Ms. Simmons?
Yes, I did.
All right, and so she was aware of what services she was responsible for completing, is that correct?
Yes,
Your Honor, at this time, we offer petitioner's exhibit number 1, the status hearing order.
Right, objections?
No objection.
No objection.
Right, petitioner's one submitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Juan, do you have petitioner's exhibit number? Do you have a copy of the status hearing order in front of you?
no, ma'am, I'm afraid I
Okay.
don't.
Your Honor, I apologize. If I could have just a moment to send this over to Juan. Is it correct that the family plans of service were made in order of the court in this status hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
And you had mentioned about Jolie Simmons in the event that she was positive that she would need to complete a substance abuse assessment through outreach screening assessment and referral. Is that correct?
Yes,
And is that outreach screening assessment and referral referred to as OSAR?
yes, it is.
Thank you. And is that was that made in order of the status at the status hearing as well?
Yes, it was.
Have you received those emails yet?
Yes, ma'am.
It's rather just one email. If you could please pull it up, exhibit 1.
Okay.
And if you would please go to the family plan of service for Jolie Simmons.
Okay.
Can you please identify briefly each service that Jolie was ordered to complete and whether or not she successfully completed it?
Yes, ma'am. So she needed to complete drug testing. Initially, Jolie did do some testing, but she has stopped testing. She stopped testing in March of 2025. That was the last time that she tested for the department. She was also assigned to do a mental health and mental retardation evaluation. She never completed the evaluation.
And Your Honor, at this time, I offer petitioners exhibit number 2. They are the drug screens of Jolie Simmons with a business records affidavit.
All right. Objections?
No.
No objection.
All right, petitioners 2 is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, Juan, you mentioned that Jolie stopped drug screening in March of 2025. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And prior to that, was she testing positive for marijuana?
Yes, she was.
And in fact, on March 31st of 2025, on a hair follicle, she was positive for marijuana metabolite. Is that correct?
Yes.
And with her failure to complete that mental health assessment that was on her service plan, did that cause you concern for her ability to provide a safe environment for the children?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, did you give us a complete list of each service on her service plan and whether or not it was completed?
Let me see here. She also needed to do individual therapy. She was supposed to submit herself for
Okay.
an
Well-
evaluation.
Okay, we're going one by one. You said she was supposed to do individual therapy, but you didn't say whether or not she did that.
I apologize, Your Honor. It's the file's jumping all over. I apologize for that. Okay. So she was supposed to do an evaluation, which she did not complete.
What
Okay.
type of evaluation?
It was a psychosocial evaluation.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt, Ms. Gutierrez.
That's okay. That's okay. I just want to make sure that we didn't accidentally skip anything. Juan, you had mentioned that she was ordered to do individual therapy. Did she complete that individual therapy?
No, she did not.
Okay. Um, it looks like one of her testing requirements was to do an OSAR, that assessment. Did she complete that assessment?
No, she did not.
And going back to drug testing, you said she stopped drug screening for the department in March of 2025. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did you ask her to drug screen in April of 2025?
Yes.
Did she comply?
No, she did not.
Did you ask her to drug screen in May of 2025?
I was unable to contact her. She had dropped off. She dropped off communication and she was unable to be reached via text or phone.
Okay, but going back to April, that was actually a court-ordered drug screen. Is that correct?
It was court ordered during the last hearing.
All right, Your Honor, we next offer petitioners exhibit number 3, a certified copy of the initial permanency hearing order from April of 2025.
Objections?
No objection.
Objection.
All right, the petitioners 3 is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. We next ask the court to note that in that order, Ms. Simmons was ordered to urinalysis and hair follicle drug screen by April 28th of 2025 at 4 p.m.
All right, so noted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Let's see here. Now, Juan, she was also ordered to complete a rational behavior training service. Is that correct?
Yes, she was. She did not complete that either.
Okay, and you had mentioned parenting. Was that through Hope Choice?
Yes,
Okay, and that was incomplete as well, correct?
that is correct.
Now, you mentioned that she was ordered to do a mental health and mental retardation evaluation with Texas Panhandle Centers. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did she ever complete that?
No, she did not.
Okay. Now, in the service plan, to the left of where that service is identified is a section that says goals, correct?
Yes.
Can you tell us what that little section says in regards to why that mental health evaluation was important?
Both parents refuse help, ruling out all options. No cooperation means no safety plan, making removal unavoidable.
And could you just read that little section to the left
Yes,
of?
ma'am.
Okay.
Jolie will demonstrate the ability to care for her mental health by following recommendations from a mental health provider. Jolie will be able to demonstrate improved mental health by being able to complete her daily tasks.
Okay. And would you agree that that was directly important on her ability to provide a safe, clean environment for the children?
Yes,
Now, as far as visitation, is it correct that Jolie's visitation was to be suspended in the event she did not? Oh, let me do it this way. Hold on. Your Honor, I asked the court to note in petitioner's exhibit number 3, section 8.2.
Okay, so noted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, one, in that section, it states that her visitation with the children is suspended until Jolie Simmons provide both a hair follicle drug screen that is negative for illicit substances and a urinalysis drug screen result that is negative for illicit substances. Is that correct?
yes,
Okay. Did she complete those drug screens in April?
no, she did not.
Okay, and so at that point, her visits were effectively suspended. Would you agree?
Yes, that is correct.
Now, prior to her visits being suspended at the end of April 2025, was she having consistent visitation with the children?
Um, Visits were provided for her consistently, but she was inconsistent in the visits. She would at times cancel the visits, or she would leave the visits early, or
Okay,
say that she had issues and not be able to join at all.
thank you. Now, in June of 2025, did you ask her to drug screen?
Yes,
And did she comply?
no, she did not.
In July of 2025, did you ask her to drug screen?
Yes,
And did she comply?
no, she did not.
And we are now in August of 2025. Have you asked her to drug screen this month?
Not for this month.
Okay, thank you. Do you believe that Jolie at this point has missed visits for at least 4 months?
Yes,
Would you agree that she has not maintained a relationship with the children?
that is correct.
Would you agree that she has failed to visit them as well?
Yes,
Regarding Damian Williamson, he was ordered to do a family plan of service as well. Is that correct?
yes,
However, he has not made an appearance in this case. Would you agree?
that is correct.
And has he completed any of those family plans of services?
No, ma'am.
Do you believe it's in the children's best interest that the mother's rights be terminated?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe that the mother can or cannot provide a safe and healthy environment for the children?
She cannot provide a safe and healthy environment for the children.
Do you believe that the department has made reasonable efforts to reunify with the family?
Yes,
Can you please go into great detail about the reasonable efforts the department has taken to reunify the family?
A tailored family plan of service was created for both parents. Attempts to create and develop a rapport with both parents was attempted numerous times. Both parents were provided with resources as well as different options for them to be able to complete their services, even when they were in the midst of changing their locations, both in Amarillo and in Lubbock. We also created a tailored visitation plan and a flexible visitation plan in order for the mother, Jolie Simmons, to attend virtual visits with her parents, with her children, excuse me. And we also, at one point, attempted to bring the children back in region so that Jolie could have person to person visits with the children. That was ordered to not go through as Ms. Simmons had not been working any services and had continually failed drug screens. But we continued to try and reach out to the parents, both of them, even Mr. Williamson, who had not had any contact with the department, to try and provide him with his family plan of service, and continued to reach out to Ms. Simmons to help her along with her family plan of service, to which she has had no contact with the department.
Now, going back to the visitation, do you have the dates that Ms. Simmons, prior to her visitation being stopped at April of 2025, do you have the dates that she missed visits?
And the dates that she missed visits would be so she had missed her visit on the 15th of April. She had cut out short on a visit on April 1st. And she had missed a visit on March 18th.
Thank you. Do you believe it's in the children's best interest that Jolie Simmons' parental rights be terminated to them?
Yes.
Can you please state in detail why?
Throughout the course of the case, Ms. Simmons has not made any valid attempts to work any of her services, even when she's been provided different resources, different options. We've been flexible with her with trying to find her different providers, find different ways and means for her to attempt and work her services, to where if she couldn't get to a service in person, we looked at options for her to be able to do them online or virtually. We looked at different providers for her when she moved and changed locations. Throughout the course of the case, she has continually tested positive for illegal substances. She was offered resources to help her mitigate that situation, not just being sent for drug screens, but also offered resources to help her to try and work through those situations and whatever was causing her to rely on illegal substances. She was given opportunities and help with support as far as when she did initially relocate, with help with furnishings and items as such. She was given vouchers, which she did not utilize to try and get furniture both for herself and to be able to provide for the children.
Okay. Would you also agree that exploring those virtual and online options for Jolie to complete her services was also a reasonable effort to reunify?
Yes.
And would you agree that helping her with furnishing and items that you provided vouchers for was also a reasonable effort to reunify?
Yes.
And to your knowledge, what city is she currently living in?
The last reported location she had given was Lubbock, Texas.
And has she given you an exact address?
No.
Now, in regards to not knowing where the mother lives, does that mean we can't determine if it's a safe environment?
That is correct.
We can't determine if the people in the home with her are safe as well.
That is correct.
And so if Jolie is living with anybody, we don't know their criminal history or their CPS history. Is that correct?
Yes.
As well, we don't know whether or not they're sober. Is that correct?
Yes.
Would you agree that those unknowns create a safety issue?
Yes, they do.
And for all of the reasons you've mentioned regarding best interest and reasonable efforts to reunify, do you believe that the department should be named permanent managing conservator for the children?
Yes.
And is that in their best interest as well?
Yes, it is.
What are the department's plans for Desmond and Hope?
The plans for the children are to seek unrelated adoption. They are already in a home that is adoption motivated. They are bonded and, needless to say, connected with the family that they are living with right now. All of their needs are being met. So at this point, there would be no reason to seek out any other resource other than to leave them in the home where they're at.
And has the current placement expressed a desire to adopt both children?
Yes, they have.
And would that be in their best interest as well to continue in that home?
Yes, it would.
Do you believe that Jolie has the parental skills to provide the children with a safe, healthy, clean environment?
No, she does not.
Do you believe that that Damien can provide the children with a safe and clean environment?
No, he cannot.
Do you believe that either parent can provide for the emotional well-being of the children?
No, they cannot.
Do you believe that the parents can provide for the physical needs of the children?
No, they cannot.
Let's see here. And throughout the case, has Damien been in communication off and on with the St. Francis workers?
No, he has not.
Okay. Did Ms. Simmons ever identify any other potential father other than Damien Williamson?
No, she did not.
Are we asking the court to terminate Damien Williamson's parental rights as an alleged, I'm sorry. Okay. Are we asking the,
We had some interference, so if you'd start your question again.
yes, Your Honor. Juan, are we asking the court to terminate Damien Williamson's parental rights based on the alleged father statute?
Yes.
Your Honor, we ask that the court take judicial notice of the certificate of paternity registry searches for both children filed on January 31st of 2025.
All right, so noted.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I pass the witness.
All right, thank you. Ms. Grant, questions? Ms. Grant?
I'm sorry, Judge, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, thank you.
Now the
Um,
supervisor steps in, describes danger, filth, and urgent removal. Her testimony confirms an unsanitary nightmare for a baby and toddler.
I just wanted to ask a couple of questions, Mr. Heredia. To what extent do you believe that Jolie's mental health prevents her from participating meaningful in any services?
Due to the fact that she hasn't had any assessments, I wouldn't be able to gauge that.
Do you feel it was significant enough, however, that that assessment was necessary in order for her to proceed?
Proceed as far as,
Yeah. Your Honor, she may be frozen at the moment.
I think so.
I'm sorry, sir. I believe that my computer froze. Did you say yes or no to that question?
I asked, proceed as far as what, ma'am?
Continuing with the service plan as designed.
Yes,
Okay. And during the course of the case, did Miss Simmons ever provide a clean drug screen?
no. She
And
provided a UA, a clean UA, but not a hair follicle.
thank you. And the drug screens that were missed were presumed positive, am I correct?
Yes.
And when is the last time you had meaningful contact with Miss Simmons?
The last time I had meaningful contact with her was on, give me just a moment, was on May 29th during a phone call. That's when afterwards, previously she had reported that she had moved to Lubbock. But when I talked to her that day, she would not disclose her exact location so we could meet.
And have you made attempts since that time to contact that same number?
Yes, I have.
And what result has that given you?
The result I get is that if I send a text, the message send failure or not delivered, and the phone will play an automated message stating that the service, the that the person who has the phone has basically no service. Other than that, I have sent her emails, and she had responded to emails that she would not test for the department until she was assigned a worker in Lubbock. This was in June. And then in July, she responded to an email that she would not do a hair follicle, to which she did neither a hair follicle nor a UA screen.
Thank you. And has she responded to any emails since that one that you just stated?
No,
Have you sent or attempted emails or phone calls?
I have not emailed her in August. And when I have called in August, there has still been no answer.
Okay. And it is your belief that that phone number is disconnected. Is that true?
Either disconnected. I know she did used to use like a pay service for the phone. It wasn't like a regular phone, but she used to sometimes run out of minutes.
Okay. And if I represented to you that the results that my office has received are the same, would you have any reason to disagree with me?
No,
And have you stayed in touch with my office regarding this case, just in case Jolie does materialize again?
yes, I had emailed you all in regards to what she had sent me over.
Okay. And do you have any reason to believe that Jolie is incarcerated or in custody in any location at this time?
I don't at this time.
Have you made any attempts to check custody records to investigate that possibility?
I had not, ma'am.
Okay. If I represented to you that I am unable to locate her incarcerated in any location, would you have any reason to disagree with me?
No, ma'am.
And she has not been incarcerated to your knowledge through the course of this case. Is that true?
That is correct.
And is the same true for the father?
That is correct.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Hill.
No questions, Judge.
Ms. Wiggins.
Just a few. Juan, you indicated that part of the service plan was for mom's mental health. Is that correct?
Yes.
But she didn't have a mental health concern, or did you have any concerns with her about her understanding while you were communicating with her?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so she wasn't so mentally deficient that you couldn't have a meaningful conversation with her.
No, she could communicate, openly and without hesitation.
Okay, and she seemed to understand everything that was requested of her.
Yes.
You just felt that the mental health assessment would help her potentially become a better parent and create a safe environment for the kids.
Yes, and then also that plan was created by a previous worker, depending on the contacts that they'd had previously, and potentially because of the type of situation that the children had been removed from, just to make sure that they were operating in a coherent manner.
Okay, so you wanted to rule out or include any mental health issues that could have caused the hoarding behavior.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll pass the witness, Judge.
Okay. Anyone have further questions for Mr. Heredia?
No, Your Honor.
All
No,
right.
Your Honor.
Juan, did Miss Simmons, I don't have her service plan right in front of me. Did her service plan, like most of them, include a saying that she's to abstain from use of illegal substances?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is marijuana an illegal substance in the state of Texas?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, these children have been in the custody of the department for more than 6 months, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And was the service plan that you went over in detail concerning Miss Simmons, was that a reasonable effort on the part of the department to reunify the children with her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Had she worked those services, could the children have been reunified with her?
Potentially, yes, Your Honor.
All right, and you testified she was missing some of her visits or leaving early even before they were suspended, and then they were suspended because of her own actions, because of the drug test, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So would you say that she has not regularly visited or maintained significant contact with her children?
That is correct.
And so would you say that all that taken together, that she's demonstrated an inability to provide the children with a safe environment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, Ms. Gutierrez, do you have any other witnesses?
No other witnesses, Your Honor. We
Okay.
ask that the court grant findings that the department has made reasonable efforts to reunify as detailed in all of Mr. Heredia's testimony.
All right, I will make those findings. Okay, Ms. Grant, did you have any witnesses?
I have no witnesses, Your Honor, and for the record, I would make a motion to continue this hearing from this point to allow me to further research for Miss Simmons and attempt to have her present for the hearing.
All right, I will deny that motion.
Thank you, Judge. I'll rest.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. Any witnesses?
No, sir. Rest.
All right, Ms. Wiggins, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Wiggins, recommendations.
Thank you, Judge. I do believe it's in the children's best interest that the parental rights of the mother be terminated. Also, the parental rights of the alleged father and any unknown father. They're in a very loving, stable home, and I do believe it's in their best interest that they remain in there.
Okay, thank you. Okay, then based on the evidence I've heard today, as well as the exhibits that have been admitted, I do find that it's in the best interest of the children, Hope Williamson and Desmond Williamson, that the parental rights of the mother, Jolie Simmons, be terminated. I'll terminate those rights today based on Texas Family Code Section 161.001, subsections B, 1, N as in Nancy, and O. I further find that it's in the best interest of the two children, Hope Williamson and Desmond Williamson, that the parental rights of Damian Williamson, if in fact he is the biological father, or any unknown fathers, be terminated. I'll terminate those rights based on Texas Family Code Section 161.002B, as in boy. I'll name the department permanent managing conservator. I'll continue the children's current placements. I will continue Miss Wiggins with the Randall County Domestic Relations Office in this case. All other court-appointed relationships will be dismissed after all appellate and de novo periods have expired. Ms. Grant, Mr. Hill, if you do talk to your clients, inform them of their appellate and de novo rights. I will set the first placement.
And finally, Judge waives visitation as case shifts to its climax. The children's bond hangs in the balance while facts seal the outcome.